Hello, everyone. We are going to continue our work with lesson 13-2 today. Today, you are going to be given the task of trying the homework aspect of this assignment, as well as completing a Google form, just so we as your teachers can check in and see how well you're understanding. So before you do anything else today, if you don't already have this on hand, we need you to draw a gallon guy or a gallon gal. Okay, so if you already have one that you drew and you've been holding on to it day after day, that's wonderful. If you don't already have one on hand, I need you to pause the video, go get a piece of paper or a whiteboard or something that you can draw one on. Okay, so if you have forgotten how to draw it, I'm going to go ahead and draw one really quick. Okay, on your piece of paper, start with the largest G you could possibly make. Remember that G represents a gallon. Within that gallon, my first one was a little too small. There are 4 quarts. Inside each quart, there are 2 pints. I wish I made that first cue a little bit bigger. When they're nice and big, I can fit everything in really easily. And inside each pint, there are 2 cups. It's much easier to do on paper than it is on the computer. But thank you for being patient with me and my writing. Okay, so you should have this drawing handy to help you with the work that you're doing today. So for today, we want you to find the homework page. It's page 689 for lesson 13-2. Okay, you're going to work on questions number 1 through 6. Okay, those are some of your must-do questions. If you're feeling up towards a challenge and you're looking for some enrichment or exceeding expectations opportunities, go ahead and take a look at number 7 and number 8. Okay, but we really want you to focus on numbers 1 through 6. On the back side of the page, again, this would be more enrichment work. So if you're really looking for something to enrich you and keep you going, then I would suggest you work on number 14 and number 15. Okay? So, for those of you that still aren't feeling too great with this, let's look at 1 or 2 of these together. So solve these along with me. Okay, and one thing I do want to point out is way up here at the top of your page, there is a conversion chart. Okay, conversion is a chart that helps you go from one unit to another and back and forth. So you might find this chart helpful as you work. Okay, so let's look at number 1. For number 1, we're being asked to go from pints to fluid ounces. Okay, so we have to think about this. Okay, we're being asked to go from pints to fluid ounces. Okay, so here the conversion chart might be really helpful because we can see 1 pint has 16 fluid ounces. So if we think about this, we have 9 pints. That means there's 16 fluid ounces in each pint. If you have a calculator handy, now's a great time to grab it. If you don't have a calculator, though, it's okay. Come over anywhere you have some extra space. This is when scrap paper comes in really handy. And do a quick multiplication equation. Okay, so set it up vertically. Okay, I know 9 times 6 is 54. Don't forget your regrouping. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5. So 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a second, that was totally wrong. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so something to be careful of as you're doing this work. Don't do what I just did and rush. Okay, really make sure you're taking your time and being accurate in your computation. So if I were really smart about this, I would right now grab a calculator and check my multiplication to see if I did it correctly. Okay, the strategies that we use in the classroom work just as well at home where we solve it on paper and check it with a calculator. So for number 1, we have 9 pints is equal to 144 fluid ounces. Okay, so let's do one more together today. Let's look at number 2, 16 quarts. Okay, so you could look at your gallon guy or your gallon gal. Okay, and if you were to do that, you would remember 1 quart has 2 pints. Each pint has 2 cups. So if you think about that, 1 quart has 4 cups. Okay, so think about this. If we have 16 quarts, each quart has 4 cups. 16 quarts, 4 cups in each. We can multiply. Again, calculator would come in really handy. If you don't have a calculator, find a space where you can do a multiplication equation. Okay, set it up vertically. 4 times 6 is 24. Don't forget to regroup. 4 times 1 is 4. 4, 5, 6. I added the 2 at the top. So I get the answer of 64 cups. Again, great time to check your work with the calculator. Okay, so take your time, really picture these situations. If you find that you are confused or you need help, don't forget, write a comment on your math assignment. Let your math teacher know so they can be there to help you. Okay, so work on the homework page, questions 1 through 6. If you want to push yourself a little bit, 7 and 8. And then on the back, questions 14 and 15. All right, you've got this.